Hello, good morning. I'm Jerry Ford. Gonna share something with you guys real quick. Um, for those of you that have problems with like dry hands, or you get sores on your hands from being dry, you use a lot of Band-Aids like me. Um, you have something growing on your hand like I did. As you can see there, see it's healing up now. Took forever, but this is what I was talking about that I thought was the spider bite, and it's it's going away. Um, I mean, I scrubbed it in the shower with the loofah. I loofed the crap out of that thing. um, just with body wash, but cleaning it, and then uh, after I'm done with my shower, I would put triple antibiotic on it. I'd put some Cortaid on it, and then I would wrap it with this thing. This thing here. I want to call it gauze, but I don't think it's called gauze. It's some kind of a cloth wrap or something. But take it. I'd wrap it like this to keep the keep my I got it upside down, but you get the point. To keep the medicine I put on it from getting rubbed off at nighttime when I'm trying to sleep. I need that to be healing overnight, but if I don't have something covering it, then it's all the medicine is going to get rubbed off. And I was taking a little gauze patch, a little cloth patch, and I'd put it over the sore on top of the medicine, and then I would wrap it with this, because when I take it off in the morning, it had and I took the little pad off, it had a little pus or a little something drained out of the wound. So if you're watching this in the morning, you're trying to eat your breakfast, I apologize. Who wants to hear about oozing pus in the morning? Anyway, this was causing, you see this red rash, that little heat rash going around there? That's itchy. That's not part of the wound as far as I know. So this really was kind of, it was protecting it, yeah, keeping the medicine on there, yeah, or keeping the little patch that I put on there, keeping it from, getting loose. You can't just put the patch on there and expect it to stay, of course. I can't remember where I got this idea. I don't know if somebody told me about it or if my wife looked it up and found it, or who told me, but I've got so much going on here and there and everywhere. Sometimes I just can't process to remember everything. So anyway, like I said, I don't remember who told me this, if I found it out myself or if my wife found it out, but I told her, that the wrap was making this break out, and she said, well, try just wrapping it loosely. Well, if you wrap that thing loosely, the patch is going to come out. It has to be tight on there. So the idea, either from her, or she read or something, she might have read it. She might have read that information. So she looked up on the internet in Google or Amazon or whatever. She found these gloves. These gloves are like, I think they're called like spot or dust checking type gloves. You know how people, I'm getting ready to sneeze. Just a minute. Ah, man. Excuse me. Excuse my sniffling. It's cold out. It's like 24 degrees. It's going to get to about 20 for the high today. No, not for the high. There's going to be a point where it's going to get to about 20 degrees. And then it's going to warm up just a little bit. But otherwise, it's going to be cold most of the day. Okay. So, anyway, these are like, you know, the supervisor of a big like mansion or something will check and see if the maids or whatever they would call, you know, the cleaning, you know, ladies, see if they've been dusting. You know, he'd put this on. He'd, you know, check things. I think they missed a spot. So this is what those are kind of like. Or Jeremy said that that looks like his marching band gloves. He used to, his uniform was, one sleeve was black and one sleeve was white, something like that. And he'd have one white glove on the white sleeve side, and on the black sleeve side he'd have a black glove. So that was what they did there. So he said those look like marching band gloves. So could be something like that, but they're real thin material. See, they don't fit tight. They're just almost like spandex almost, but they're not like that. They're cloth. So she found these. We got 10 pair for $6 or $7, I think. Yeah, something like that. But I tried one last night. I don't need it on both hands. This is the problem over here right now. I just wanted to cover my sore when I put medicine on it. This way it's lightly covered. It's not on there tight. And after I tried it last night, it didn't make me break out anymore, as far as I can tell. So I have to wear, you know, I wear this at night. It's a little bit more convenient to use my hand with this glove on than this wrap around my hand. I could wear it while I work, you know, so I don't get paint on my sore. So yeah, these are good. So if you have problems with, you know, I was also in the wintertime, a lot of times my hands get dry, and I put lotion on at night, you know, on both my hands, go to bed, you know, and you know, I hug my pillow, you know, sheets, whatever, blankets, the lotion's gonna come off. I mean, yeah, it soaks in. Some lotions do, soaks in, but I mean, sometimes your fingers are bleeding. This would take place. This would replace like Band-Aids. In other words, my wife says, you know how many Band-Aids you go through? Yeah, I go through a lot of Band-Aids. Well, if I could just put the medicine on my fingers, my cuticles is where they get jacked, because my hands get dry, they get snaggy, and I'm chewing on them, you know, and I make them sore. I got one or two sore right now. So you can use something like this to put on your hands instead of wrapping them on, you know, going through Band-Aids. Sometimes some Band-Aids get a little pricey after a while. You know, they get a little expensive to be buying them regularly. And I go through, you know, sometimes I've had before a Band-Aid on almost every one of my fingers at one time. Yeah. Talk about weird looking. So you can put the medicine on, put both gloves on. I just think that these are going to be something that I'm going to appreciate a lot. So there's an idea for you. And then especially wounds like this, rather than having to wrap that thing around it. But I can't remember if there's a company name involved with this. The bag that we got in the mail yesterday, the plastic bag didn't have no company name on it. It just said 10 pair on it, made in the USA or something, and that's it. There was no instructions about cleaning. My wife went ahead and washed them, because sometimes when they're brand new, you know, they're not going to wash them before they pack them. There's going to be like a fabric lint or dust on them. You don't want that like immediately onto your wound. So she washed them all. So just an idea to share with you guys. If you're like me and you use a lot of Band-Aids, you get sore hands, sores on your fingers, you got something like this going on, those gloves, I mean, for 10 pair, and they're washable, $6 or $7 for 10 pair of those things. They'll last a while. Them being thin, yeah, they may get holes in them, start tearing. I don't know, but this pair, I mean, I'm sure they got different sizes. I measured it. My wife measured my hand from my wrist to my finger, longest finger, and I got little hands. I got small hands. Handcuffs, I get out of them all the times that I've been arrested. I get out of the handcuffs real easy because I just run, get tackled. So anyway, I just wanted to share that idea with you. It's something I never even thought of doing. I did actually think of trying like rubber gloves, latex or whatever. Latex bothers my hands after a period of time. If I just put them on to go, do something real quick, and I'm done. I don't think I'm allergic to it. My skin just doesn't. Maybe I am. If it bothers me after a period of time. Anyway, it's better than wearing a rubber glove on your hands at night trying to sleep. That would cause so many trouble, so much trouble. I can imagine, if your head itched or whatever, and you have a rubber glove on, well, you go to, you're sleeping and you go to scratch your head, that rubber glove's gonna like pull on your hair. It's not gonna feel very good, right? It doesn't. It just kind of lulls you back to sleep. So anyway, well, I'm gonna end it there. Like I said, I just want to share that with you. That's something I discovered. If you have problems with dry hands, you have sores on your fingers, wounds, weird spider bites, those might help. Like, let's just say you have an infestation of recluses that live with you, and you have this habit of dangling your hand over the edge of the bed, and it touches the floor, and you get bit. Those things might help keep those, recluses. What I heard is that they don't, crawl on you and then bite you. You have to put pressure on them. You have to be putting a sock on. They're in your sock, or they're in your shoe, and you put your shoe on, and your foot is pressing up against their fangs. If you get them on the back and just come down, they're not going to be able to get you. You're going to crush them. You put a glove on, and they're in your glove. Gotcha. You put a shirt on, and you do this, and it's underneath your shirt. Gets pressed up against you. Gotcha. Put your hat on your bald head like me, and the pressure. Gotcha. But otherwise, they're not. From what I understand, they're not going to bite you just by free walking on you. They can't do that. Their fangs are not big enough. They're not long enough to be able to accomplish that, like some spiders can. But that's what I heard. So anyway, now I'm going to end it here, and I thank you all for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.